Does that include Jimmy? Because it seems Bro has a really high confidence that he can defeat you, and so does everyone else. But is that really the case?
Of course!
The 72nd episode of Skibidi Toilet turned out to be legendary, as we got to see some old characters and inventions as well. However, did you notice the secret agent in this episode? Yeah, I know it sounds unbelievable, but he was actually here, ladies and gentlemen. And I will show him to you, as well as some details you most definitely didn't notice. We would also talk about who would actually win in the upcoming battle between G-Man and the Astro. And believe me when I say, someone would definitely regret his actions. But you know one action you wouldn't regret? Subscribing to the channel, so please do that if you don't want to fall under Jimmy's Riz effect. So, the first detail here is on this SWAT Skibidi. A lot of us only focused our attention on the sickle and didn't pay much attention to his other weapons. Because if you look closely, you would see he has rocket launchers. And this is very important because these are the same launchers we saw the agents use in episode 66. But I guess this shouldn't be a surprise to us, as we know that lately, the Skibidis have been copying the agent's technology. Anyways, already in the second detail, we get to see the secret agent. It honestly came as a shock to me that I miraculously got to see this cameraman in this frame. And it seems he is most definitely one of the cameras that work for Defuk. But how is this the secret agent, you may ask? Have you ever wondered why the secret agent hasn't been appearing himself since episode 67? Well, that's because he has someone doing the work for him, and that person is the lucky cameraman. I wouldn't want to go deep into every detail, because there's a lot more interesting things to talk about. But what I would say is that the secret agent is still present in every episode, as he has this guy doing the work for him. And also the brothers. As well as we know, he can actually see anything they can see as well and can even communicate with them. So there is no need to risk his appearance coming to the episodes himself. And even in an intense battle, he still managed to let this guy in, so he could also observe what's going on. And yeah, guys, I had to cross-check a lot of things for this. So, don't you think it would be nice if you checked out that subscribe button as well?
Okay.
Now, another mystery in this episode is how the heck did G-Man get a shield? And I think I have a pretty good idea of where that came from. You see, the only time the Camera Titan was able to use the energy shield was after he got upgraded. And yeah, his energy output also increased massively as well when compared to his base form. And we also see the TV Titan use one just recently, and this was only after he got his upgrade as well. What I'm trying to say here is that the energy shield is made out of energy, right? By gathering massive energy in a shape-like state, or releasing it randomly, like we saw from the TV Titan. And this was only done due to the fact they had a lot of energy reserve. Hence, proving why the Speaker Titan or the old G-Man couldn't use this ability since they don't have a lot of energy, like our upgraded Titans. However, since Jimmy has now gotten his own upgrades, his energy output has increased as well. As we saw, he could take down the Camera Titan with a single shot, while he couldn't even do anything in his other version, meaning the Skibidis didn't really steal any shield technology from the Alliance. But rather, Jimmy was just able to achieve this, because he had lots of energy reserves due to his upgrades. And I think that sounds really plausible, right? And now for the finale, let's talk about what would actually happen in the upcoming battle of Jimmy and the Astro. You see, a lot of us really don't seem to understand how strong this Astro toilet really is, because yeah, I know we've only seen him do something in part 1 of episode 70. However, there's more to what he did than that. In fact, here is a funny detail. Just look at this scene where he destroys this Skibidi welder. He didn't physically squash him, but rather used a non-contact force to compress him, which is gravity. Now, I know this might sound crazy. The Astro using gravity? Yeah, it's actually even more consistent than you think. You see, gravity is said to be able to store energy for a short time and releases it with even more force, which we have seen from the Astro toilet in his first appearance. And he is just ridiculously fast. But, well, this doesn't really mean he can defeat... Yeah, it does. But I really don't think this is actually what would happen, since we can see that Jimmy has some balls in him. And I definitely think he would have some kind of plan, and someone would come to aid him. But what could we possibly see in the next episode? Well, like I said in my analysis of this episode, I don't really think we would see a lot of action in the next episode. However, this could be wrong, as even this episode that was epic didn't really seem to be the one Defuk said would be crazy. As he said, we would see the Titans in the 73rd episode, and he is also hyped for it. And what if the reason for this is because we would see the showdown of our Titans, G-Man, and the Astro toilet? And just imagine how epic it would be. But I just kind of think the next episode would be rather chill. But you let me know your thoughts in the comments. And since Dafook just had to split the episode at the last second, I think it's safe to say we would receive the next part of episode 72 in 4 to 6 days, instead of the weeks we usually wait. Anyways, it's just all a theory. And also, a new episode 30 of Skibidi Multiverse would be out tomorrow. And if you don't want to miss the amazing analysis, then consider subscribing to my bros channel, Unique Clockman. Thanks for watching.